Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Westworld Season 4, Episode 1. Guys, we're back. How many times, how many years? The last episode, it was how many years ago now? Like, it seems like entire years, like almost 1 or 2 years. It's insane, when you think about it, and at the same time, it's not really easy to come back into a show like that when you discovered plenty of other shows and all. Like, you have really to put yourself into not the mood of the show, which is so great, that I love so much, and really I love to be into that show, but really with all of what happened, with all of the different stories into this show, with all of the different hosts also that we have into this show, Dolores herself, Dolores, Charlotte Dolores, Charlotte Nana, Dolores Nana, all of the different characters, that's already a lot, but all of the different hosts, that's even bigger, all of the different stories that we have, and the fact that they are playing with time, the fact that they are playing also into different places and all, that's a lot. So to come back into a show like that, it's not that it's difficult, but it's a process, So I prefer to warn you during this intro that I made my homework. I did not rewatch. I read, all of what happened during the season 3 to remind me all of what happened. You were there with me discovering it. I made reaction videos for it. If you want to see that, I'm gonna put the links. So you know that I discovered that with you. But just to remind me all of what happened, I read the season 3, the resume of the season 3, and really, thinking about that again, like episode by episode, it's already something, but okay, I can handle it. Reading all of what happened during the season, you're like, oof, we went so far. With Caleb, with Insight, with Serac, with the Rehoboam, I'm not even sure of the pronunciation of it. With all of that was insane. And in fact, the thing that I remember the most, it's more about the characters and about their development and about really where the show is taking us with these characters. And you know that my favorite character into this show is Maeve. I did it. I love this character. And I read also the description that I put for the last episode of the season 3, the episode 8. And that was fun because reading it, I was like, I'm still, on the same page than I was, at the end of the season 3, like, yes. And I was seeing during that description that I don't want to choose a side into this show, and I don't think that you should take a side into this show. Like, I remember that a lot of persons are ruling for Dolores, saying that she's right, saying that this society is rotten, that you have to change everything, that you have to destroy humanity, like stuff like that. All of that thing about Dolores using Caleb, like all of that thing. And Maeve, she was with Serac, but not really, we know it now. And people were taking a side with that, and I was not taking a side, and some of you were blaming me on the comments because of that. But at the end, the show agreed with me with the fact that you can't take a side, and the fact that people can change their opinions about stuff, and it's just about their values, their principles, and the thing that they want to have at the end. And because of that, they're acting in a way, and not everything is all black or white, not everything is good or bad. It's about people making decisions, and all of the show, at least all of the last season, was about that, in my opinion. people who can make choices, who can change their minds, and the last episode was the proof of it, with Dolores, with Maeve and with Caleb, with that narrative arc. I'm not gonna talk during this intro about William, the hidden scene that we had at the end, about Bernard, who discovered the key, I'm not gonna talk about the complex stories and theories that I can have, that this show is creating with these characters in particular, and with playing with time, with the host, with also the meta stuff that we have around this show, talking really about the host and the things that you are putting into them, with all of that. I'm not going to talk about it right now. It would be too much for an intro, and in particular for the intro of the first episode of the new season. Really, for a show like that, when you're beginning a new season, it's already something, to put yourself back with all of these stories. Again, with the mood of it, with the characters, it's easy because you love the mood, you love the characters, you know where they are, into their minds, like how it's happening for that. It's really more with the complex stories, with all of the theories around this show that, it's a mechanism, it's a work that you have to come back into. So give me that first episode to really fully come back into it. Just know that I made my homework before watching this first episode, and I think that in fact everyone should do that. Rewatch the show, just read, what happened into the season 3, to just try to put yourself back into that work, And that's it. We're gonna go for this episode 1. I don't know. I mean, I watched the trailer of it. I think that we're gonna have a time jump for sure, but I don't know how long this time jump is. Does it mean, that time jump that we're gonna have? That time jump, we should have guessed it already with the hidden scenes of the last episode of the season 3. But that time jump, does it mean that we're gonna have the writers playing again with the chronology, saying that all of that happened during the time jump? I mean, some things that we're gonna see, it's gonna be in fact scenes which happened during the time jump, and we're gonna think that it happened during the present time, but in fact no. Because of that time jump, they can play again with time, with the chronology, making us think that it's happening during the present time, but in fact no, it was during the past, or maybe into the future, because of that time jump, they can play with that. We'll see if they are coming back to that little tool, which was really great and amazing during the 2 first seasons in particular. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right there. Remember that if you want, you have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier, 1 day earlier, and with an extended or 4 action part. It's long episodes, so I don't know if I'm gonna put 4 action part, extended for sure. 4 action parts, it's really when it's big episodes for which I'm reacting a lot all along the episode, and it's too difficult, to cut for the version for Patreon. So check the description to know if I chose to put the extended or the 4 action part. No matter what, it's a good way to support me, my Patreon. You know that I'm a little reactor, so if you truly want to support me, it's on Patreon, and still on YouTube. You can like, subscribe, comment, stuff like that. For YouTube, it's only about numbers, that it's not my case. For me, it's mostly about your comments, that I'm reading all of them, that I'm responding to some. That's half of the fun of this channel for me, really, your comments. Let's go for this episode 1. When are we?
His business is hardly legitimate. Why would he need us?
Nadie con esa cantidad de dinero está libre de pecados.
Land is mainly worthless, but I don't understand what he's doing.
Don't come down.
Have you seen it before?
When I was a kid, road trip with my parents. Hasn't changed a bit.
When you chose the place...
The turbines. They're rated to last 100 years without maintenance.
No, not for Westworld, I mean not for the park.
We offer a unique proposition. Data has always been fungible. It will be written in stone. Forever.
Forever. In my experience, it's a little bit longer than most people expect.
It's so cool to see you back, William.
How much of our platform are you looking to reserve?
All of it. What I want is already in there. It was stolen from me in one of my facilities 8 years ago.
I would suggest you take it up with the person who stole it.
I can't. She's dead. Which means I can't decrypt it.
Such. It's not for sale.
This is America. Everything here is for sale. That's a pretty good return on your investment.
How many zeros?
You can't have this place.
You ever hear the one about the missionary who tried to negotiate with the tiger? You and your friends in the cartel, or whatever the fuck you're calling yourselves these days, send me the slump of concrete today. Or you give it to me for nothing. Tomorrow.
I love when you make that kind of promise.
Here. We have to accept whatever the old timers offer at first. Our organization has a long, proud history of defending itself and its business aggressively.
Oh, you don't know what aggressively means.
Mañana.
We have the when, you know, because of the fact that he said 8 years ago she stole everything from me. But how about the where? Someone died? Huh? Eh? Was it an hallucination or did it really happen? And what really happened in fact?
And today, we will give it to him for nothing.
You're gonna kill them yourself?
Thank you.
Now jump.
Yes, you can rest now.
We're back! Things that we don't understand, with characters that we appreciate but we know that they are not good ones. Westworld. It's less red than the last season, not opening credit. Oh, but we destroyed you? Dolores.
Which would you choose? White or black? Christina? They both look great.
Christina? Oh,
Isn't that weird?
someone is trying
Look,
to call
Jimmy
you.
keeps getting through. Lately, I feel like someone's watching me. Well, no offense, but how? And except for work, you don't leave the apartment. You cannot hide from the world forever, Christina.
I wouldn't fit into that world. Really, no colors, guys. I'm wondering, you know, is it the future? You know, the world into the future? Or are we into one of the worlds? You know, it's really well defined.
country. Scratch that. The city. She dreams of a bigger life. With excitement, adventure, romance.
You're creating stories, characters?
Oh, people want sex, danger, violence, transgressions, melodrama. They want tragedy.
Maybe a little romance and humor.
Now just say that for your diary.
Yeah.
I know you got it in you to write the kind of copy page. Poor schmuck loses everything, drowns his sorrows, stalks some girl. How did I get?
Everyone dies.
Yes, that's right. Well, tearjerker.
You're creating these stories for who?
To find another writer who can.
It's a company, you know, you have clients. Are you creating the narrative arcs of the world?
Hello, you hear me? I know you're out there. I saw what you wrote. Why are you doing this to us? Game is ruining my life.
Christina, you know, she is one of the hosts of one world, you know, of a futurist world, maybe. You know that I'm not searching for information before seasons and all to really discover stuff on my own. My baby! I love you. Oh, I'm for sure. You're still dreaming about you and your daughter. All of his versions.
This is the new world. And in this world, you can be whoever the fuck you want.
Did we see that? Maeve, what did you do? Whoever the fuck you want, Caleb, you just come back to
Any plans for the anniversary?
normal life.
7 years ago, it would have just been robots working the holiday way. Lucky for us, they're all scrap metal now. Yeah, because the rides had no point.
You want us our freedom?
Sure, but from what? Ourselves?
This type of machine that they blew didn't tell us who we could be. It told us who we already were.
You actually believe that?
Don't you?
Tell me that you don't regret destroying it. You know the truth, Caleb.
You haven't been practicing.
Dad!
You see, Cookie?
Dad! Oh, you did sing in this 8 years? No, she stole 8 years ago and the riot, it was 7 years ago.
Just a little longer.
I listened to your mother.
My brain, my choice, the tag.
Enough with the cowboy shit.
She likes that.
She's 7, Caleb. Thanks to you, her hobbies are sugar and Bibles. I know it's not an easy day for you, but the war is over. It's time you stop living that way. Go set the table.
That's the magic word.
Divorce.
Oh,
Love you too.
I love your sweet normal life. Can you have a sweet normal life, Maeve?
Friends. Stopped by asking for directions. I tried to describe it, but you live pretty far off the beaten path.
People are searching for